To the charts with Big Boss Crypto, bring another day trading analysis on Bitcoin and on the crypto market in general, because we're gonna take a look at what smart money is doing right now. Are they buying or are they selling? Well, let's look at the chart. But let's start off with Bitcoin before we jump into the stock market and the S&P 500, because we're seeing some interesting moves from the stock market and the investors in general. So we're going to take a look at that later on. But first, Bitcoin. As I said in my last day trading updates, double top formation, first leg down. We're currently in our first retrace. I do think we're going to grab the liquidity which is left up here at 28.759k. That's still up for grabs. We have a lot of open orders in that area, so we could move there to shake out the shorts and liquidate them, and then grab that liquidity to move to the downside, because that's what the market maker does. The next target to the downside could be down to this volume candle right here at 22.5k. We'll have possibly another retrace from there to the upside, up to 25k, and then we're gonna have the last and final leg to the downside. Could go to this volume candle area right here at 18 or 17k at the worst case scenario. That's where we will form a double bottom formation, and we're gonna move out of there after that. Looking at the news events for this week, we can see that we have the non-farm employment change on Friday tomorrow. We had the unemployment claims today. Less people are claiming benefits, so more people are in jobs, which is still something for concerns for the Fed, because if more people are employed, that means more pressure on inflation. Looking at the liquidation map, we can see a lot of liquidation points to the downside compared to the upside, which leaves room for the market maker to grab some liquidity and make some profits if Bitcoin price moves to 26k, 24k, and 20k. Also in the 80k area as well, we have a lot of liquidation points. So more liquidity to the downside for the market maker to grab. Make of this what you want. None of this was financial advice. You do whatever you want to do. This is just for education and entertainment purposes only. Now let's take a look at the stock market. So as you can see here, this is the S&P 500 index. So basically the 500 largest stocks in the stock market in the US. They've been forming an interesting structure, as you can see right here. As you know from this channel, we always talk about the double top formation being a sign of a reversal. And we're currently on our way to form that. The target to break is the 3,492 region. Break that, well, we're going down. And the targets to downside is, first and foremost, down to 22,824. Break that, 2,300 approximately, and we could go as low as to 2,000s. And that's a significant drop for the stock market if that was to happen. As you know, trade on confirmation, not financial advice, but you trade when you see confirmation if you aren't in any trades already. So wait for this target to break, and we could see a huge drop in the stock market. And as you know, Bitcoin follows the stock market, so if this was to happen, a 30% drop approximately, I guess it is, if we are going to this point. No, it's almost a 50% drop going to the C19 lows, and that would mean possibly that Il Capo of Crypto is right, that we're going to 12k. But more on that when we create this double top formation, because everybody's still hyped about the bull market continuing to the upside. And speaking of bull market, this is the smart money confidence chart. Basically shows what the big hedge funds are doing, and as you can see, the S&P 500 is the light blue line to the upside, and down below here is the smart money confidence chart. And the idea is basically when the dark blue line is going to the upside or above 0.5, that is where smart money buys a lot of stocks. As you can see, we had this C19 low right here in 2020, in the end of March. Smart money confidence was very high at 0.76. So they buy at the lowest point. That's where the smart money is kind of going all in. Not going all in, but they FOMO when price is at the lowest point. And when the smart money confidence is at the lowest point, that is where basically smart money sells off. So when it's low, smart money sells off. And as you can see, the S&P 500 is at its highest local point. So this could be an indicator of what smart money is doing. So looking recently, we can see that smart money has been going up, which means that they're starting to buy. And as you can see, the S&P 500 is going to the downside. So that's something to consider if you're investing. Not financial advice, but it could be an indicator for you when it's about possibly 0.6. That's when you start buying or DCAing, and vice versa when smart money is selling off, which means it's at its lowest point. That's when you sell off as well, because that's where S&P 500 is at its highest point. Make of this what you want. This was Big Boss Crypto. Have a good one. Big Boss out.